Hello, happy lunchtime. It is Thursday. If you're tuning in live, we hope you're having a great week. It is officially, well, the end of summer. It's raining here. It's very cold, but it's been a great week for news. It's been very, very busy in our Daily Start newsroom. Liz Truss is our new PM. Are you happy about it? Do you think it's going to get any change? Obviously, it's still a Conservative government, so we want to know your thoughts on that. Another lady at the top, the third Prime Minister who's female we've ever had. So we're going to be talking to the Page 3 girls about that today. Alan Sugar also says that people working from home are lazy. Do you agree with him? Or perhaps you think otherwise? Maybe you're working from home right now and you're watching this on your lunch break and you think that is a shocking thing to say. Well, we want to hear from you. I'm a Celeb is back in business. We are seeing Anton Deck behind the scenes filming for the promo, doing all those wild stunts that they do. Well, it's back. Are you bothered? Are you interested? Is it time to move on from it? We had this for Big Brother. We had a bit of a hiatus for that for a bit, and then it came back. And there is a new thing, the anti-hangover pill. Would you buy it? It's about £30, but it would prevent you from having a massive hangover. Or is it encouraging binge drinking? We want to know your thoughts. But I am, of course, joined by the Page 3 Hot Topics panel. Welcome aboard, girls. Welcome aboard.
Hi. Hello.
So, girls, it's been a massive week for news, as I've just said. Liz Truss is the new PM. I'm going to go round the circle. I'm going to start off with Daisy. Are you happy she's PM? Yes or no, Daisy?
No.
Okay, fine. Starting off with a bit of positivity today. Kate, yes or no?
No.
Okay, fine. Chloe, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, all right then. So it's a mixed bag. Chloe, I'm going to start with you then. Why are you happy that Liz Truss is now our new PM and we've said goodbye to Boris?
Women power. I just love it being a woman. I don't know. I think it's great. We haven't had a woman for a while. Let's mix it up a bit. I just love it that it's a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that is one of the positive things that come out of it. And she is the third Prime Minister who's female we've ever had, so that's a good thing. Kate, you were a bit sort of here and there about it. What are your thoughts on Liz being?
So out of her and Rishi, I probably would have gone with Rishi, but it is positive we've got another woman Prime Minister, obviously. So Theresa May, it seemed like she wasn't even in office that long ago. So it is, women power. But I probably would have picked Rishi out of the two.
Okay, so you prefer sort of other people in there. I personally would have preferred Penny when she was in the lineup for it. So yeah, I do agree. Daisy, what do you think? You said no.
I would have preferred Pandora.
Of course, me too. You know what? I think I just don't feel like, one day and straight away I didn't like what she had to say, like all about all the oil and the gas prices. I think, you want to please the people. The biggest thing for all of us at the moment is energy prices and everything going up, and she's gone, no, not taxing them, let's fund it. So I feel like for me, first impressions, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, and first impressions count, do they? And lots of people are saying that she's over-promising, but she is saying in her speech, similar to what Boris has done in the past, repeating words. She said she's deliver, see whether she'll actually deliver. Kev said, I think it's early days for Liz Truss. Got to give her some time to prove herself.
Yeah, this is true.
Kate, do you think, obviously you've said no to this, will you give her a bit of time, or is that your final decision on Liz?
No, yeah, definitely. I was a bit wasn't sure about either of them, to be honest. But yeah, I do agree with what Daisy said. It's kind of, if this was a general election, they would both be tackling the cost of living crisis, but it wasn't a general election. So I like what she's doing with the energy bills, but she doesn't doesn't really seem to be that focus on cost of living. It's just lowering taxes for the biggest corporations.
Yeah, exactly. She wants to get people still trading with the UK, and she's from what I heard in PMQs yesterday was that the fact that she still wants people to trade, but also she still says that she cares, you know, about energy bills and stuff, but actually we're the ones that were being the most affected. Chloe, if there was any kind of anything you would push at the moment, would it be sort of the bills and cost of living crisis, or anything else that you want to see Liz doing?
I just think, yeah, definitely like help people out more, like with funds, maybe people like what struggling more, put a payment out for them to help them, really look into like people what are struggling in need.
Yeah, absolutely. Daisy, anything else that you would add onto Liz's top 5 priorities to sort right now?
I think she just needs to acknowledge, you know, everybody as a human being, like we've just said, the cost of living so expensive. She went on a massive rampage about apples and importing and exporting. You know, a pink lady apple, they're an expensive apple. So people that are doing their food shop for their big families, you know, when you get the cheaper apples and the packs of 6 that have been imported, there are reasons why people, you know, want to import the cheaper apple than eat a British apple, because cost of living is so expensive. So rather than sitting there and saying, we want British apples, why can't we afford British apples? Why do we need to import them? I just felt like I said, it got my back up a bit. You're saying all these things, but are you being realistic for the crisis, which is cost of living? It bothered me.
Yeah. And on that note, Kate, do you think that she's out of touch?
Yeah, a little bit, to be honest. I just don't think she really acknowledged cost of living much at all, where I saw a lot from Rishi before, you know, he implemented furlough, for example. He did the energy grants, which people are still going to get, which is good, on top of her freeze. But yeah, I just think she needs to focus on it a little bit more.
Jay, apples are expensive. 50 quid, I think, for a bag of 6 apples. I think that's what you're
apples are expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Ladies are very expensive, but I have to agree. Pink ladies are supreme, and I do think the redder the apple, the nicer it tastes.
Yes,
but
that's right.
But that's just me. Okay, well, obviously it's Liz is obviously, I think, her second day in office, isn't it? So we'll see whether she's got what it takes. I think it's going to be a couple of years until the
I see on TikTok already that they're already digging deep from when she was younger. Do you know what I mean? It's all coming out already. I feel sorry for the poor woman.
Apparently, I didn't know she's a massive Taylor Swift fan. She's a Swiftie.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's been doing Instagram posts with like from literally like years ago, from lyrics from Taylor Swift songs. Who knew Liz Truss was a Swiftie?
Oh, yeah. I see her in a nightclub. I see her on TikTok in a gay nightclub. Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh.
Wild. Well, we've done a few articles on Liz and her love life as well on the Daily Star website. So go take a look. It's juicy. Donald said, I like Taylor Swift. Well, that's good. Well, maybe you'll be voting and happy that Liz is in power. And maybe some Swifties will be, you know, annoyed that she's associating herself with them. But who knows? But that's a little fun fact about Liz Truss for you. But we'll see what else she's got up her sleeve. It's going to be an expensive winter, very worrying for lots of people across the UK at the moment. But we're going to see what you guys thought first on the poll. So let's take a look. Are you happy with Liz Truss as our new PM? Not at all, 84%, and sure, 15%. Daisy, did you vote on this poll?
I didn't vote on the poll, but yeah, those results, there's like a massive gap,
divide.
I would
And
also
and that's what so many people are saying, that obviously the new PM got chosen by people who are part of the Conservative Party, obviously because that's just the way that things planned out, and it wasn't a general election, which obviously members of the Conservative Party aren't reflective of our society at the moment. So yeah, that's interesting. Kate, what do you think about the poll?
It sounds about right. I expected those results, to be honest. I do think most people maybe would have preferred Rishi Sunak, but maybe just not a Conservative government in general. But that's all we had to. That's all that we had.
Yeah, we had to play with. Okay, then. So we're going to move on now from Liz Truss, and we're going to go on to somebody else who's in the public sphere at the moment. Alan Sugar, he just can't stay away from Twitter. There he is, the apprentice millionaire. Well, he says people who work from home are lazy. So, Kate, question for you then. Do you agree with him, and what do you think about his comments?
No, I don't think everyone who works from home is lazy. I think it can encourage that behaviour, but if you're disciplined enough, you'll be able to get the work done. It doesn't mean you're automatically lazy because you choose to work from home.
And lots of research has gone into this, and that actually shows people who work from home are actually going above and beyond because they're worried that their bosses and stuff don't think that they're doing enough. So they actually end up doing more work at home than they were to be in the office. Like, for instance, today I'm in the office and I am busy, but also I'm seeing people that I haven't seen in a while. And, I'll go to the kitchen, have a cup of tea, chat for about 5-10 minutes and stuff. And I wouldn't be doing that at home. So yeah, there is that balance. Chloe, do you think people that work from home need pay cuts? That's the next comment he made.
No, I don't think they need pay cuts at all. I mean, I think it's great. You've got so many advantages when you work from home. You don't have to get up, like you don't have to pay for your travel, like you've got your own personal space. Like, it's lovely. The only thing is that what I don't like working from home is like the social side. I think that you're not mixing with anyone. You're not getting that sort of contact from anyone, so you can become a bit lonely. But I definitely don't think it's lazy, because it's a great advantage.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you are isolating yourself when you work from home, so that's a very good point. Daisy, from somebody who doesn't work from home, what are your thoughts on Alan Sugar's comments?
I love a bit of Alan Sugar. I actually agree with him. And, I'm not calling everybody that works from home lazy, but I do think people see it now as an entitlement rather than like a benefit. So I've got lots of friends that do work in offices, and they do still have to go in the office, and they can't hire staff because people are going in for these interviews and saying, I want to work from home, when, before COVID, you did go into the office. And I do think it's good to be around people. I think it's good to put a smart outfit on, go into the office, look good, feel good, bond with people, work with everyone, bounce off each other's vibes. Like you said, when you're at home, you are isolated. I think as humans, we should be around human contact. I know everyone's doing Zoom calls, but it's just different, isn't it? I do work with human beings, and I know, I'm not saying you don't work with humans, but I do work with people in the flesh. And I do bounce off that, if you're feeling low, they pick you up, they cheer you up. I think it's more motivating. And like I said, people are starting to just take it as a bit of a entitlement, and I don't think that's right.
I also think that you eat more when you're working from home. Like, you can quickly get a McDonald's breakfast, another snack in the fridge, another chocolate cake. You know what I mean? It causes obesity as well. Your health, you've got to think. You're not walking about. You constantly got your kitchen like 5 minutes away. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, no, I actually agree on that point. You do end up eating more working from home. You just do, because your kitchen's right there, and when you go to make a coffee, you're like, oh yeah, I'll have a bit of this or I'll have a bit of that. And I know personally I put on weight, and that a lot of that is just going, oh, I'll have a little snack.
Yeah, but you're not getting steps in either. You're not walking to the office, walking to the station. You're getting out of bed, rolling to your laptop, You're not getting fresh air.
I kind of agree with him now. It is kind of lazy. Yeah. I think I changed.
I know somebody that had a meeting. Sorry, they had a meeting in Chinatown. They had to get up really early, but he got up late and he literally just had time to put his shirt on and was naked from the waist down doing a very important Teams meeting with very important people. But I'm like, that's not. You know, you can't give off the same energy when you're naked from the waist down in an important meeting.
No. And actually, I just think that's a bit arrogant, to be honest. If you can, if you're behaving like that, you can pass that on, Daisy. So Kev says Alan Sugar's living in his own world anyway. I doubt he'd know the price of milk, let alone restrictions why people work from home, and no pay cuts as you're using your own electricity, heating, etc. Home workers should get financial support for this. So that's actually a very good point, Kev. So last year, the government did do a working from home allowance to also help with people who are working from home. And that is a good point. And if you're using your internet all day, for instance, I have the news on all day in the background. We have TVs across the office. You know what's happening from our live feeds and stuff. Leave that on all day. You're light. You're cooking your all sorts, and you don't have that access. Yeah, it is more expensive.
Definitely, I agree with that. Yeah.
But what he did say everyone's saving on.
Sorry.
What about all the travel costs? Like, you know, a London wage is a lot more than it would if you worked in office locally. People get paid thousands and thousands more for their London wage and travel costs. They're now not spending them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. And I think that's also being put into new contracts for companies now, that if you are a remote worker, that it's being, you know, tied into your salary. So I think over time, if you are working from home, that things will balance out salary wise. I know that for me personally, I've got the best of both worlds at the moment. I can work from home and in the office. Obviously for big days and stuff like that in the news, I'll be in the office. We can plan ahead. And for companies which, you know, are based in London, one good thing is it's allowed us to not get so many London-centric people, and it's allowed us to employ people from outside of London, which we wouldn't have necessarily been able to do before in the past. So
I think the COVID made it more like popular, the working from home. Since we had that COVID, bam, everyone started working from home. And I think now it's become so popular working from home, people just work from home now.
Yeah, it is extremely popular. I mean, a lot of jobs you do obviously need to be in, you know, but for some jobs, if your work is really independent and stuff, you don't necessarily need to be in, and it is helping on some accounts. And whilst the cost of living and stuff is going up, and there's, you know, expenses such as childcare, etc., it has helped lots of families get more of a balance. But yeah, it's obviously a contentious topic. So I'm sure these debates will carry on. But I think, did we ask this on a poll? I'm not sure if we did. If we did, we'll bring it up. If not,
this will be interesting.
I think we're moving on. We're going to move on now. Sorry, everyone, but do let us know in the comments. As you know, everyone's got something to say about that subject, and it is very interesting. Let's go to I'm a Celeb, a bit of entertainment now. Ant and Dec have been captured on camera doing a bit of a few stunts here and there. It has been going for, I think, 20 years now. Philip Schofield had his this morning anniversary, and on his first episode, it actually showed him talking about I'm a Celeb launch. So it's 20 years of I'm a Celeb, which is a bit mad. But yeah, there they are. Madness. They do have jobs in the world. Like a job. It would be so much fun. But yeah, are you really that excited for the new series, Kate?
I quite like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, so I will be watching it this year.
Okay, you will be watching. Chloe, will you be watching?
I mean, I'll be watching because everyone else is watching, but nah, I'll zone out of it. I'll probably watch the first one and then that'll be about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'll watch the launch. Everyone watches the launch, don't you?
Yeah.
They go off those figures. Oh, Kev, I know a certain lady here that's met Deck. Here we go.
Oh yeah. I actually ran into him while I was doing a photo shoot, and he just climbed up these rocks on a beach. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
I didn't recognize him. Someone else did, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's Deck." But he was like, it was like this cliff, and we were doing this photo shoot for my swimwear brand, and then he just came out of nowhere from behind. It was so funny. I got a photo with him as well.
Oh,
was he being
wow.
filmed?
It was in Cornwall.
But was he being filmed for something, or was he just randomly rock climbing?
He was just he was just with his wife, I believe. They were just on holiday in Cornwall. It was in the middle of the pandemic about a year ago, maybe a year and a half. So
that's someone to see, isn't it? Just walking about. God.
With his new wife.
I presume it would have been. It was about a year and a half ago. So yeah, it was just walking along. I literally wouldn't have recognized him. Yeah, he was really nice. He was really friendly as well. So.
Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet.
That's lovely. Yeah.
Daisy, are you excited?
No, I won't watch it. No. Why? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to be seeing snakes on my TV screen either, because I'll just on the sofa.
Yeah.
No,
it's not a bit of you.
It's not a bit of me.
No. Chloe, are you that bothered? Will you be jumping on the sofa with your nan at 9 p.m. every evening to watch some of the celebs?
Do you know what? No, Pan, I won't be. To be honest with you, the reason why I don't watch it anymore is because I don't even know half of them celebrities what go in it. I don't even know who they are. Do you know what I mean? They used to be big celebrities what go in, and now they're pulling out like YouTubers and that. Like, I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, when it first started, you had like Katie Price, Peter Andre.
Yes.
You had like really, really big stars. And then one year we had Caitlyn Jenner, which was fantastic. And loads of people tuned in again. It was a Hollywood star and people were so interested. But when we're getting your old YouTuber.
Why don't we just put like Brad Pitt in that jungle or something? Like, I'd definitely be in that jungle then.
Well, I mean, lots of people be tuning in then. Their ratings would go through the roof. Kev said, I like the castle version to the jungle version. They should change the locations every year. Kate, do you agree with that?
I didn't watch that year. I think I watched the first episode. I kind of just associate I'm a Celebrity with them being in the jungle in Australia, though, with loads of snakes around. So I don't know if it would have the same effect on me if they changed it every year.
Yeah.
But it could spice it
and
up
also,
a bit.
I hate the castle. I hate it.
And it's almost the same as sort of like the work from home argument. Things change through the pandemic, but you've got to get back to normal life. Yeah. And one of them is getting on that train to Australia and jumping out the plane and getting into that jungle. So yeah, but we're going to have a little look at the poll now to see what you guys thought at home. Will you watch I'm a Celeb this year? Defo 44%, no 55%. It's not what it was. So it's a bit split.
Yeah,
it's a bit split. But I think if you love it or you hate it, it's going to be in loads of papers. It will be across the Daily Star. So if you're a big fan, just keep an eye on the Daily Star site. I'm sure we'll be talking about it in another Hot Topics episode at some point when they reveal which stars they've got going on. I just really want someone really to pick this year. Kate, is there anybody that you really want to see on there if you could choose anyone?
Is that cleaning lady Kim Woodburn ever been on there? Should be
Oh
funny.
my god. Yeah,
She'd be good.
she's
That's
funny.
Has she ever been on
She
there?
she was on Celebrity Big Brother, but I'm not sure if she's ever gone on I'm a Celeb.
No.
Not in that. Oh, right.
Take your marigolds with her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone like
no,
her.
that's a great shout. And actually, I'm sure that ITV could pay her to a reasonable amount to actually get her on. Well, if they're
I
watching,
want Keith
sign
Lemon.
her
I
up.
want Keith Lemon.
That's who I was going to say. Yeah, me too. I'm with you, Chloe.
Okay.
He actually might go on because he had his TV show Acts, and I've not seen a lot from him. So
Oh,
I reckon that
please.
again, and he's part of the ITV family, so maybe
Oh, that'd be so cool.
that would be a good one. Daisy, is there anybody that you don't want to see on there that you go, absolutely not, I'm switching off?
Like an old EastEnders pop star. Like, no. Do you know what I mean? Like a soap star that no one really knows, but
Yeah.
they're not really anyone really special. Sorry, that sounded really horrible.
Scraping the barrel of the Z-list celebs. I hear you. Tom Jones would be a legend on it, I think. Now, Tom Jones is The Voice. And I think The Voice is BBC, so I'm not sure how they feel about going to a competitor. Not sure Tom Jones is going to go on there anytime soon. But no, that is a good one.
Oh, what about that David Williams? Is that his name? He's quite
funny.
good.
I like him, yeah.
Yeah, David's a good one. Well, we'll see.
See
I'm
me
sure
on it. Jokes.
Yeah, or Chloe. And I'm sure you make great entertainment, Chloe. Donald Alan Sugar.
Could you
Never
imagine?
happen.
That would
That
never
would never happen.
I reckon he'd be very moody.
He'd definitely bring an atmosphere to the camp.
Yeah, if he's doing tweets about work from home, imagine him being hungry and having to do tasks for gold stars. I would not want to be sharing a camp with him when he's in a bad mood.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, we're going to move on now from I'm a Celeb onto hangovers. I'm sure some of us have had a few hangovers this year. I know I certainly have. Well, a new anti-hangover pill has launched for £30, but some people are saying that it's encouraging binge drinking. And, you know, there is part of hangovers which you just kind of have to do as you're growing up, and you learn a lesson from it to not destroy your liver. Don't mix your drinks, take it easy, and don't go too wild. But there are now hangover pills because there's something for everything these days, but they're for £30. Now, Daisy, do you think this is encouraging binge drinking, and would you be a consumer of this pill?
I don't think it encourages binge drinking, because have you ever gone out for a few drinks before and you've literally only had 3 or 4?
No, never.
And it's just done you really dirty the next day. The next day you're like, I don't deserve to feel this hungover. I haven't actually drunk that much. Sometimes that does just happen. And yes, I would definitely be a consumer because I hate being hungover.
Yes, and I totally with you. Sometimes, or when you've drunk too much and you know you've drunk too much, and then the next morning you wake up feeling fine and you're like, tell me which part of what happened. I want to do it again.
Thank you.
Exactly, Kev. Save £30 and about £120 on a night out by not drinking. Simples.
Oh,
there we go.
I'm taking Kev's advice.
Yeah,
he's on the panel this week. He might as well be. Kate, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't think it encourages binge drinking. I would probably take it if I had an important event the next day or something. No one likes a hangover, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, Kev's argument would be you shouldn't be drinking that way. On
terrible advice.
Yeah.
Terrible. Chloe, would you spend £30 on this pill?
Of course I would. I'd spend a couple of hundred on it, 100%. I mean, I think I'd need more than one though. I think I'd probably do an overdose on them.
Right. Well, we'll obviously do not encourage that.
I don't think one would cut off my. I don't think one would cut off my hungover. I think I'd need about 6. I get really bad ones.
Yeah. Well, again, let's not encourage that. Pam said, if I had the looks, I'd be more than happy to join you all on the panel. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the poll now to see what you all thought at home about this anti-hangover pill. Of course, 42% no, don't be silly. So there we go. It's not encouraging binge drinking according to 57% of people, but 42% think it is. So we're quite split on that one. A couple of quite split polls today. But that brings up for the topics this week, but we're going to get to the part of the show now where it's the hot seat, and this week it's with Chloe. So, Chloe, this is the part of the show that you get to ask Chloe any questions you would like and keep them PG. Any good questions you've got for Chloe, then just pop them in the comment section and we can get them answered for you. Daisy, we're going to kick off with you, please. First question for Chloe.
First question, you can't model, you can't do anything influencing or on your phone. What job would you do?
Well, that's simple, Days, an air hostess.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, I would. I just don't know, with my anxiety and that. I've got the job once, darling. I got the job once, darling, but I didn't take it. It was a big mistake. But maybe in the future, when my anxiety's better, I'll be on that plane, Days.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Chloe, you know, maybe that's a goal for you this year to get yourself signed up again.
You wouldn't be able to do hot topics because none of us would be in the country though.
I know.
Girls, I'll have to go into my diary and do a few more interviews. But yeah, that's really interesting, Chloe. No, I think you should try to if you can.
I actually got the job. Hey, I actually got the job, and then I didn't do it.
Well, you could always email back that company that you emailed and get things going again.
Maybe pay.
Kev, Chloe, how big is your house? As earlier you mentioned, your kitchen was 5 minutes away. He makes a good point.
No, I don't know why I said that. My house is very tiny. I only live in a small little bungalow, little fairy tale bungalow. It's very sweet, yeah.
Oh, a fairy tale bungalow. That sounds lovely.
Yes. It's lovely little bungalow, yeah.
Well, there's a question from Kev. We're going to go on to Kate now. Kate, what's your next question?
What advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self, what age are we talking?
Let's say like 12.
Okay, 12. Was I? Can we make it 15 instead, sweetie?
Okay.
All right. I would say no boys, no drinking, and get at least 5 GCSEs. I only got 1, unfortunately. Yeah.
I got 1 too.
No, Kay.
Yeah.
What did you get your GCSEs in though, girls?
I got it in PE, A-star, sweetheart. Yeah. You wouldn't think that, would you? I think it was fixed anyway because the teacher really loved me. So yeah.
So, Kate, what did you get yours in?
So the one I passed was English with a C.
Nice.
I did obviously do the rest. I just didn't really pass them. I can spell out fudge.
The pass rate on GCSEs is a D.
Oh, in that case, flying colours.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think what did I get a D in? I got a D in chemistry. It wasn't my thing.
No,
Ooh,
not
It
for
was not
everyone, chemistry.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely weren't my thing.
But-
I think I might have
but
got
in
ungraded.
Yeah, I think in biology I got a B or an A. So.
Oh.
Oh, clever
Just
girl,
saying.
Kay.
Okay, Daisy, your turn again.
A bit of a random one, but what's your like morals and girl code that if a guy with a girlfriend slid into your DMs, would you just ignore it and think that's nothing to do with me, or would you message the girlfriend, get all involved?
Do you know what? I think I'd go off with a boyfriend. I'm joking. Please I wouldn't. No, it depends what they look like. No, I'm joking. No, listen, I would be honest. I'd say, look, you can't be doing this. I've got respect for the girl you're with. This is wrong. But I wouldn't necessarily pop up to the girl. I'd just block the bloke.
Yeah, I
Mm,
think that.
mm,
What,
that's-
no?
yeah.
What would you girls do?
If I didn't know them, I'd probably just ignore it. I mean,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go out my way unless I knew who the girl was. Maybe.
Yeah,
They
that's
probably
it.
do
That's
do
it.
a lot.
Yeah. If you know her, then of course you'd tell her. But if you don't know her, just block and ignore it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I had a very similar situation happen to me, but it was with my ex, and we had a massive falling out over it. So essentially, basically, my ex like his best mate and stuff, they went traveling, and I didn't know this girl very well, who was the girlfriend of. But long story short, but we got into like a massive argument over it. Yeah, I've probably given too much away anyway, but it wasn't but like I believe that, you know, that sometimes you have to speak up, and sometimes you'd have to you just have to. I probably gave way too much away there, so I'm just gonna stop talking.
You're so funny. Yeah, cool.
Okay. Sorry, that's completely distracted me. Kate, your final question, please.
Yep. Do you want to get married and have kids, Chloe? Do you see yourself like having a family in the future?
Of course, I want to get married at Disneyland Paris and have about 3-4 kids. And
Okay. Disney.
I want all you to be bridesmaids.
Wonderful.
And God to be top bridesmaid.
I
want Ralph to come. I want Ralph to come too.
No, Ralph will be honoured to make it. I'll make sure he wore a little.
I want him to bring the ring to me. Actually, I want my dog to do that, but he can come with my dog to bring the ring.
Yes, the duo.
Well, when you have babies, you have to have an injection.
I know. Oh, do you know what? I don't think I'm gonna now. No, that's how bad I've got phobia. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Yeah, Nangi's bringing that up.
Well,
need to
get advertised. Yeah.
Right then. Well, before I give away anything more on Hot Topics, because sometimes I forget I'm not just speaking to my friends, and I'm speaking to all of you lot at home. But I'm going to start talking now. I'm going to leave you all to it. But thank you so much for coming on today, girls. You can catch the girls over on our Instagram and our Twitter. We put up highlights every day on there. You can give them a follow on there. You can catch up on Twitter. You can catch up on Facebook. We've now got a playlist. We've got it all. So keep an eye on our socials, and we'll be back with a date and time to be confirmed next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, girls.